Do something badly. Sometimes we don't do things because we're not sure we can do them well. We feel that we're not in the mood or at the right energy level to do the task we have to do, so we put it off, or wait for inspiration to arrive. The most commonly known example of this phenomenon is what writers call writer's block. A mental barrier seems to set in that prevents a writer from writing. Sometimes it gets so severe that writers go to psychotherapists to get help for it. Many writers' means of earning a living depends on its cure. The block, or lack of self-motivation, occurs not because the writer can't write, but because the writer thinks he can't write well. In other words, the writer thinks he doesn't have the proper energy or inspiration to write something, right now, that's good enough to submit. So the pessimistic voice inside the writer says, "You can't think of anything to write, can you?" This happens to many of us, even with something as small as a postcard to send, or an overdue email to answer. But the writer doesn't really need psychotherapy for this. All he or she needs is an understanding of how the human mind is working at the moment of the block. The cure for writer's block, and also the road to self-motivation, is simple. The cure is to go ahead and write badly. Novelist Anne Lamott has a chapter in her marvelous book Bird by Bird called Shitty First Drafts. The key to writing, she says, is to just start typing anything. It can be the worst thing you've ever written, it doesn't matter. Almost all good writing begins with terrible first efforts, says Lamott. You need to start somewhere. Start by getting anything, down on paper. By the mere act of typing, you have disempowered the pessimistic voice that tried to convince you not to write. Now you are writing. And once you're in action, it's easy to pick up the energy and pick up the quality. Singer-songwriter Jon Stewart says, "When you're in the first stages of creating, never, ever censor yourself. We're often afraid to do things until we're sure we'll do them well. Therefore we don't do anything." This tendency led G_K_Chesterton to say, "If a thing is worth doing, it's worth doing badly." Going out for a run gives me an example of the same phenomenon. Because I don't feel that I have a good, strong run in me, the voice says not today. But the cure for that is to decide to do it anyway, even if it will be a bad run. I don't feel like running now, so I'm going to go out and run slowly, in such lazy, bad form that it does me no good, but at least I will have run. But once I start, something always happens to alter my feelings about the run. By the end of the run, I noticed that it had somehow become thoroughly enjoyable. In my self-motivation seminars, I often give a homework assignment for people to write down what their main goals are for the next year. I ask them to fill no more than a half page. This is not a difficult assignment for people who are willing to just come off the top of their heads and have fun filling the page. But you would be surprised at how many people absolutely anguish over it, trying to get it right, as if they were going to be held forever to what they write down. Many people simply can't do it. To get them to complete the exercise, I say, put anything down. Make something up. It doesn't even have to be true. They don't even have to be your goals, just do it so you can understand the exercise we're about to do. The point is to just do it. In many ways we are all novelists like Anne Lamott. Our novels are our lives. And many of us get a tragic form of writer's block that causes us to not write anything at all. It's a tragedy, because deep down we are very creative. We could write a great life. It's just that we're so afraid of writing badly, that we never write. Don't let this happen to you. If you're not motivated to do something you know you need to do, just decide to do it badly. Add a little self-deprecating humor. Be comically bad at what you're doing. And then enjoy what happens to you once you're into the process. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.